Hey everybody, I'm Jason Curtis, the principal of Oconomowoc High School, and it's tough to keep up with the Raccoons from OHS. However, that's why you tuned in to this podcast, Keeping Up with the Raccoons, stories from OHS and beyond.
You're listening to Keeping Up with the Raccoons, Season 2, Episode 1, Busting the Myth. Court as leaders, not a popularity contest.
What's going on, Oconomowoc community? Mr. Curtis here. Season 2, Episode 1 of Keeping Up with the Raccoons, stories from OHS and beyond. And we're here to bust a myth, the homecoming myth, the homecoming royals. What does it mean to be a homecoming royal? If you think back to any of your favorite movies that talk about high school or maybe your own high school experience, the royals were typically the cool, popular kids that seem to have influence over others. But not here at OHS. We take every opportunity we can to live our values, grounded in our purpose, committed to our goals, and accountable to ourselves and each other. In each homecoming, we identify a group of students who live those values on a daily basis. And with homecoming, we celebrate the senior class. So I'm here with the class of 2026 homecoming royals that are here to celebrate a little bit of homecoming week with us. So say hi, guys. There they are, right? This is a big crew, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to manage this, but we'll figure it out. What we got here is a group of raccoons that have really exemplified our values of being grounded, committed, and accountable. They've done amazing things in our community, and I want you to hear their stories about why we're elevating them in front of our whole school and our whole community so that when you see them around, you know the influence that they've had. So to get the story started a little bit, what I'm going to ask you to share is there somebody that wants to share a little bit about your academic and career planning journey here at the high school? You're about to embark on a year from now, a huge transition to career, college, whether it's military, workforce, whatever it is. What is it that you think you'll be doing 1 year from now?
I can start with that one, Curtis.
Okay.
When I was a freshman, I had no clue what I wanted to do. Even for my high school journey, I kind of thought maybe I'd be a nurse or maybe I'd work in the medical field. Honestly, I was thinking more about the money rather than what I love to do. And so I joined HOSA and I joined DECA thinking, okay, maybe business, that's a great option to have. But then I soon realized when I was in my Spanish for the Professions class last year, I walked into the classroom late and everyone had already picked what they wanted to do for their career, like that based the classroom. And Senora Chasse came up to me and she was like, hey, well, we have business, education, agriculture, all these other options. And I was like, I'll just do education. And I ended up falling in love with this opportunity to work with a boy who barely spoke any English. I worked with him 2 days a week, taught him and tutored him with his classrooms. And I realized how much I love teaching kids and that I just want to be a teacher. And I don't care about whether it'll make enough money for me. I just want it to be a job that I love to do, and then it won't even feel like a job in my future.
That's awesome. And she's going to be a great teacher. And just say your name for everybody.
Oh, I'm Sophie Seymour.
Awesome. That's good. That way we have an idea of what's going on. All right. Somebody else? Ryan, you want to share?
Honestly, I think I'm not the only one, but after these 4 years, I'm not even sure what I really want to do. I've been through a lot of options. I've looked at business. I've been up through science and stuff, and nothing's really stuck out, but I'm not out yet. I still have a lot of time to figure out. Well, not a lot of time, but time to figure out. And it's just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just time flies. So I would definitely take advantage of what you have starting coming in.
It's a journey, right?
Yeah.
And so we always say you have 704 days and you have like 168 left. So we'll figure it out and kind of go from there. All right. I'm going to push on you for a second. Is there something you realize you don't want to do? Like you maybe started thinking I want to do this, but you realize I don't want to do it.
Probably science.
Okay.
That's a lot of work, and I'm not that smart to be able to do all that work. So
you're incredibly smart. Maybe you just don't like science. It's fair. Braden, you want to share a little bit about your academic and career plans?
Yeah. So basically, ever since I've been alive, I have had this dream to be an airline pilot for a major airline. And so where I am right now is my goal is to go to a 4-year college and get a degree in meteorology and professional flight or something closely related to that. And then that'll get me into the path of the airlines.
That's phenomenal. That's really cool. MJ, you want to share?
Yeah, so coming in, I've always thought I wanted to work in the field of healthcare. So I tried all of like the PLTW classes, lots of science classes, and that was an opportunity to learn about a bunch of different careers I could choose from. So I really enjoyed doing that. I'm in Science Honor Society, so lots of opportunities to learn more about the field and get a feel for what I'm interested in. I'm thinking about majoring in neuroscience. So
Very cool. Awesome. So again, as we think about that academic and career planning journey, these raccoons, these seniors have begun to identify where it is that they fit. But it's not about figuring out just where you fit. It's about the extracurriculars, the classes that will help you define what that journey is. So I'm going to ask you to each go around. I'm going to ask you to share that one club, that one sport, that one activity that has really shaped who you are as an individual and helped you align your academic and career planning goals. So just kind of rapid fire that one thing. So Dylan, I'm going to start with you and we'll go around.
So, like, one thing that's gotten me, like,
Yep, where you are.
I would say, can I even say a class?
Yep.
So it would be like the photography class, because I came into it and I was like, oh, it's some random photo class. I need my, like, general credits to graduate. And who would have thought that I would fall in love with it? And now I like taking pictures for all the events at school, and it's gotten me to go to, like, all these new places, meet new people, and yeah.
Awesome. Braden?
For me, that would be my role as the weatherman. For me, that was something when I first started, when the opportunity came, I was really questioning it. I was really scared because I consider myself more of an introvert. So that was a really, really big challenge for me to step out of my comfort zone. But in the end, I really like where I am now. I really, really like doing it. And I really like that it's made me a lot stronger of a person too. So.
Yeah, for me, I would say Junior State of America, or JSA, has really helped me come out of my shell as a person. I also, like Braden, I used to consider myself very, like, severe introvert. Like, I would never really talk to anyone on my own volition. And that was really hard for me. But being part of that club and learning about things and being able to confidently speak about things, like, that you believe in has been so helpful for, like, character development and just being able to talk to anybody.
If I had to say one thing that really shaped my high school journey, it would have to be my music. I am part of our high school bands, and I have thoroughly enjoyed being able to be part of something bigger than myself. Like, no singular player or no singular section can create the music that we create here at Oconomowoc, and it's just incredible to see, like, what the flutes and the clarinets do, and then when you add that with the trumpets and the saxophones and you have the percussion bringing up the rear, it's just incredible.
Very cool.
I'd probably say accelerated chemistry with Miss Laurier.
Okay.
Because it led me to take AP chemistry, and during that I decided, like, I wanted to do chemical engineering in college, and it's like the most fun I've had in the classes is with Miss Laurier in chemistry.
This says a lot about Miss Laurier because chemistry and fun don't go together. I'm a social studies teacher. You want to go, Kate?
I would say track, because it, like, the community we all have, it taught me, like, how to be, like, a good leader and a team member, and then it led me to find my dream college, and talking to, like, people to, like, get me there and finding my major that I want to, like, do.
I would say German Honor Society. I really like how it opens up, like, a cultural worldview. I had the opportunity to hang out with a German exchange student who's now one of my best friends. So it's just really cool to, like, see how other people live and then expanding my sights there.
I would say Global Scholars, because it led me to take a lot of new classes that I wouldn't have taken, like IB classes, and it led me to take like more global focused classes. And I also got to host an exchange student, Catalina from Spain, and that was super fun, and I love learning about different cultures.
Maybe not necessarily the academic aspect of it, but the dance team. It really just, like, helped me find, like, who I wanted to spend my time with, who I really looked up to, like, not just the coaches, but, like, other upperclassmen, like when I was a freshman or sophomore. And it really just, like, helps you be around people that you like to be around while doing maybe, like, a sport or, like, hobby that you love to do.
For me, I would say it would be student council. I've been on the executive board for the past 2 years now, and it just gives me a better opportunity to get more involved with the school, and also not only make my high school experience better, but also others as well, and to make it just as good as I would want my experience to be.
Yeah, for me, I would say it's a combination of two things. I joined DECA my freshman year, not really knowing at all what it was. And then now I'm one of the presidents with my best friend Zoe over there. And then that's really where I found my voice and decided that I just love getting involved with the school. And then it was a combination with Leadership 1 that I honestly don't even remember signing up for as an 8th grader, but I happened to be in the class, and it was the first class that we had at OHS as a leadership class. And I realized how fun it is to talk in front of people for me. And I just realized that I really like people and I really like being a leader, and it helped me just break out of my shell as just a little freshman.
Yeah, so for me, I'd say kind of my defining activity has been hockey these past 4 years of high school. It's a sport that I've played my whole life, and it really is a fundamental piece of my life. It's really taught me how to balance kind of that academic and that athletic aspect of high school, which I feel like is very important for a lot of people. And overall, I mean, I've significantly grown as a person through this sport that I kind of wish to play further on and maybe into college. You can see where that can take you. And also, it's just taught me a lot about leadership. Have the opportunity this year to be one of the captains of the team, and it's really been just a great experience overall for me. And yeah, I'd say just with those aspects, just meeting new people, it's a great way to get involved, and it's a sport that I really love dearly and kind of wish to continue playing. So.
Yeah, for me, like Sophie said, we joined DECA together freshman year. I don't even know why we joined it, but now we're both co-presidents, and I've learned so much about myself, like the competition aspect and the community service. I love it. I love speaking about ideas. I don't necessarily want to go into business in my future, but competition has just helped me grow as just a person and my skills in so many ways that I just could never have imagined. And also, I'm on the volleyball team, and that has just been something I'm so grateful for. I'm part of something so much bigger than myself, and I'm so lucky to be able to play with some of my best friends. So,
I would say for mine is our extracurricular choir Gold Vibrations. I've always loved music, and I feel like I'm in that. I'm able to go out into the community and give that to people that also love music, and it's just a really great experience to be a part of.
Great. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for hanging on at home, because I wanted you to share that, because if you're listening, whether you're a parent, a future raccoon, or an underclassman, there's a spot for you, right? Mm-hmm. And it doesn't necessarily need to be tied to your academic and career planning goals. It can be tied to where you want to develop as an individual. And so, do you guys know my favorite movie of all time? No, it's How I Learned to Be a Principal. Can you guess? Mean Girls. Mean Girls is my favorite movie of all time. I learned how to be a principal by watching Mean Girls. Who needs a master's degree? And there's a part where, Katie becomes like the queen of whatever, right? And she breaks the crown and she throws it to everybody, and the principal steps in and says people, you just take the crown and go home. I hate that line, because when I think about you guys and I watch your videos, and I've been getting to know you over these last 4 years, and even hearing your stories now, you've each found a way to empower somebody else with your skill set and your talent. And that's why you're sitting here. You're sitting here because other people have been inspired by you. That's how you got nominated, and that's the stories that we're told. And when we picked the people, we picked you because you represented our community, and that's why we're elevating you. So don't sell yourself short, because a lot of people have helped you get to where you are, but there's a lot of people looking up to you. But now I'm going to ask you to be vulnerable for a second, because Katie also made some mistakes. They got her recognized for that. What's a mistake or something that, I don't want to say regret, but you get what I'm trying to say, maybe a low point where you realized things weren't going well, and how did you turn it around?
You
want to take that?
Yeah, I can speak to that. Since the beginning, or since the end of 7th grade, I've had a lot of issues with my attendance at school, and even just earning certain credits of classes that I've been in. And last year was a huge year of growth for me, and I earned almost 12 or 13 credits in 1 year. And before last year, I didn't even know if I was going to graduate. Even with people I knew, I didn't have many friends either. And my junior year was the year that everything got so much better, and life started becoming so much fun and happy. And I've really seen myself being able to actually think about and plan about my future, and being able to make decisions and do the classes that will actually prepare me and get me ready for the future as well.
Awesome. Thank you for opening up. Anybody else?
I would say like my freshman year, I was like terrified to take classes on my own. Like I would purposely take classes my friends were taking because I was always scared of being alone. And that was a big mistake because I was taking classes I didn't even like. And I've definitely grown. And now I'm taking all the PLTW classes and I'm finishing the PLTW courses for the medical route. And none of my friends are taking any of those classes. And yeah, I also took AP Chem, like Bodhi said earlier, and with Zoe. I didn't think anyone was going to take like an AP Chem class because, like you said, chemistry's not very fun sometimes, but I'm always glad that I'm like very grateful I took it because it got me to where I am now.
Awesome. Thank you. One more?
I'd second that because Ashlyn said that you take classes that you like, not like necessarily what your friends like. And I did that same thing and it like aligned me to where like what I want to do now instead of following my friend's path. It's good to like break off the path and like do something you want because you can meet so many people and find out like what truly you want to do.
Yeah. I heard a couple different things as we were talking through that, right? Like breaking away from your friend's journey. It's not that you can't be by their side and to support them through it, but what makes Oconomowoc special is that you can have clubs and activities to hang out with your friends, but you can define your own path in your own classes. And we see sometimes underclassmen let others define what classes they might take and what journey they might go on as you figure things out. So that's really powerful. And then also the idea of the resources that are available to you. We're all going to have ups and downs. The higher the peak, the lower the valley. And as we're in those valleys, how do we use the people around here to pull ourselves up? And that's why you guys are on court as far as that goes. So one more question before we wrap things up. How do you hope to be remembered by the underclassmen? So you're seniors, and you probably don't necessarily remember who was on homecoming court when you were freshmen, but you remember you looked up to somebody. So when you look back over your 4 years and you look back at these freshmen that are here now, how do you hope that they view you?
I can start.
Okay.
Is this one word?
No, you can give a little story.
Okay. I guess maybe just welcoming and friendly, and I really looked up to the upperclassmen that would smile at me in the hallways even though I didn't know them, or would welcome me into a club, or just spoke to me and actually made me feel like a human, not just a little student at Oconomowoc High School. So I guess that's how I want to be remembered, is just someone who is welcoming and friendly and will treat you how you want to be treated and like an actual person, not just another number in the school.
I would say for me, my biggest thing is leaving like a lasting impact on everyone. So I would like want other people to look up to me as like how if I've like been someone that they wanted to look up to, and then I want them to be able to want to do the same, to be that person to when they're an upperclassman like later, to want to do that to their underclassmen as well.
Awesome. Very cool.
I kind of like one of the main things that I try to be as a person is just like someone that someone would want to talk to if they were having like some sort of issue of some sort or just needed someone to talk to, and just try to stay kind no matter what. Like, because there's so many different people, and even if you don't think that there's a person that, even if it's a person you don't think you would necessarily get along with, there's still everyone you could potentially get along with, and just being a safe and kind person.
Bodhi, what about you?
I don't know. I like in like sports, all the like. I just like having the underclassmen like want to talk to me. Like they're not afraid to come over or anything. They like be welcoming. Like I want to be remembered as welcoming. Like, no one be afraid to come talk to me or anything.
Awesome. And that's what it means to elevate you guys into court. So busting that myth. It's not just a popularity contest. It's about living our values and what you do to make our whole community strong. There's nothing like homecoming week in Oconomowoc. But as we wrap up today's episode, our tradition back for season 2 is the lightning round. Some random questions that you don't know that you just got to answer on the spot. One word. Here we go. We'll start with the top row. Top row, this is your question. Favorite homecoming tradition?
TVing.
The parade. I really like the parade.
Parade.
The dance.
The dance.
I like the parade.
You like the parade? Dylan, I wonder why you like TPing so much. Okay. Let's see here. Middle row. Favorite spot on campus?
Ooh.
It's a good one. Caitlin, you want to start?
The rec, because it's just like so cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like teachers' classrooms that I like their classrooms, I guess.
Yeah. I really like the chairs in the math wing. Like that little
chairs in the math wing. Yeah.
Does the football field count?
Yeah.
I would say the football stadium. I feel like we have a really nice football stadium, and it's just like it just keeps going and going. Like it just wraps all around. It's really nice.
I would agree, the football field or even just like the gym, the field house, because they just hold so many memories. And yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the field house and also the little theater because we spent countless hours in there for clubs.
Yeah, that's fun. It's awesome. Okay, bottom row. Tyler, you start. Rocky's middle name.
Is it the?
Oh, that's good. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Rocky. Hockey.
Okay, all right.
Roberto.
Roberto. I like that. Okay, and then the last one answer. You got to go whip around. Here we go. Purple or gold? Dylan?
Purple.
Purple.
Gold.
Purple.
Purple.
Gold, purple,
Gold, purple,
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 Purple.
purple.
Gold.
Purple. All right, that was episode 1 of season 2, Keeping Up with the Raccoons. I don't know how you keep up with these seniors. I couldn't be more proud to have worked with them these last 3 years. They represent an incredible senior class of 2026. Can't wait to follow their journey the rest of this year as they define their journey, figure out what's next, and we'll all celebrate them on June 13th, graduation day. Can't wait to be there with you guys. Let's have a fun homecoming week.